So, how were the plane rides to and from Guatemala?
To Guatemala, the plane rides went smoothly. Everything was great. Coming back from Guatemala, however, we had a little bit of a long layover. It was about 5-hour layover. And when we were coming back, we also had a 2-hour increase because going from Guatemala back to Massachusetts. The plane ride back also had a lot of turbulence, which scared a lot of people. But overall, it was pretty good.
What was the feeling like when you found out that you were going to be going on the Together campaign?
Well, when I got the email from Courtney Rivas and Josh Swain, I was originally waitlisted, and I was obviously bummed and disappointed, but then I got a call a day later saying, hey, somebody dropped out, would you like to join? And I was so happy, and I immediately said yes, put me down. So.
Now, what is the Together campaign to you?
To me, the Together campaign is taking a bunch of great people from Springfield College and putting them out there and challenging them to do service to people in need, and coming together as a group and really showing how great we all can be.
Now, could you describe some of the scenery at Guatemala, from getting off the plane to getting to the house where you guys actually stayed at?
So when we left Guatemala, it was definitely a different change in temperature, a lot hotter down there. It was a lot nicer. We also, when we arrived in Antigua, where our host family is, there was the houses were all connected and they were color coded, which I thought was very interesting. The people were great, very friendly, and the house we stayed in was interesting. It was long and it had half a roof. So I thought it was pretty tough when we got there, but Antigua is a beautiful city with amazing architecture, and it was an awesome city to tour for a couple days.
Now, you're talking about like some of the food that like the host family like made for you. Like, what were some of the meals that you guys were given down there?
The meals were a lot different than what it is here. America has a lot of artificial food. And I was talking to someone that was living at the host family, and she said that when she goes to America, she gets sick from our food, just like we sometimes may get sick from their food. There was a lot of rice and beans. They had chicken, rice. There was always bread, always great drinks. But she had a great variety of kind of like, for lunch and dinner was always different. Breakfast, usually eggs and fruit, or sometimes she changed it up to a pancake. It was very good. She treated us well.
Now, what was the most satisfying thing that you feel that you did in Guatemala?
I thought, well, one thing I definitely took away from the trip was being able to communicate. Take everything you've ever known or spoken in English, drop that, and learn a completely different language. I thought that was the most unbelievable thing. When I was working at one of the sites, I had to speak to someone in Spanish, and although my Spanish is not great, we were able to communicate with hand motions and some Spanish. And I wrote in my blog, I was in the zone, and it was an amazing feeling to be able to communicate in a different language.
Now, would you do it again? Why or why not?
I would do it in a heartbeat. That was probably one of the most life-changing experiences I've ever had. I talked to a returner, and she said that out of her top 5 greatest experiences, that was easily her number 1, and I have to agree. So I would go back in a heartbeat.
Did you have any fears going into a new country that's so poor?
It was about 80-20. 20% fear, 80% I was so eager to get started. I had an experience of my own flying by myself out of the U.S. But I was so more focused on getting started and what I could do to help rather than being scared.
Now, I'm sure that not everybody knows what this Together campaign is all about. Could you describe some of the things that you did there?
Well, we had a couple different things. We painted a classroom. One day we put in concrete into a family's home. We hand-delivered vegetables to families, and on that same day, we also picked up garbage throughout a very poor neighborhood, which was very sad to see. And we also went back to that same house, and we put in more concrete. And the second time we put in concrete, that is when everything came together as a group because we knew what we were doing, and things were very effective, and it was an amazing, amazing day.
Now, One final question. How do you think service at Springfield College compares to other schools?
Springfield College, we are reminded every day that we need to encompass the spirit, mind, body, and that's what the students here do. These alternative spring break trips are so amazing. They're amazing opportunities. And every night in Guatemala, we debriefed, and someone mentioned how at big schools, nobody wants to take on these opportunities. And here at Springfield College, it's just, everyone likes to say it's special here. It's different. And that's what you see. These people are going out and trying new things, expanding their comfort zones. And it's amazing to see your friends and especially people you don't know try and go out and experience something like that.